Hello everyone, welcome to Diksha Karnataka. In the previous video, we have discussed limits and derivatives top 30 questions. So in this video, we will discuss some questions related to three-dimensional geometry. So we'll start with our first question. The distance of the point, some information they have given. What is the distance of the point ABC from the x-axis is. So what is the question here? If you go through the question, it is one previous year questions which has been asked in your KCET previous question paper. So the question is distance of this point from x-axis. So distance of point from x-axis. So for this, now one point is there, that point they have given this as ABC and x-axis. X-axis means on that we are very sure that x-axis, y and z coordinates are dead. Once again I will say distance of the point from x-axis. X-axis means on x-axis y coordinate and z coordinate they are 0. That is confirmed for us. Now the distance of the point ABC from x-axis is so the distance, generally in maths, distance means they are talking about perpendicular distance only. So perpendicular distance means this also we have to consider this as a, and then we have to use distance formula. So distance formula, distance between 3 points, root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square plus z2 minus z1 square. z2 minus z1 square. So let me mark this as x1, let me mark this as y1, let me mark this as z2, x2, y2, z2. So this x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square in two-dimensional geometry, in 10th standard coordinate geometry, you might be already aware. This is higher version, next version x2, y2, one more variable we have to launch, then this becomes this. Now just use this formula and solve this, you will get the answer. Very easy question. So d is equal to root of x2 minus x1 is a minus a 0 square plus y2 minus y1 is b square plus z2 minus z1 is c minus 0 square. So d is equal to root of b square plus c square. Is there any such options? B square plus c square? Yes, b is the answer. B square plus c square is the answer. Next, moving on to next question. The equation of plane perpendicular to the line, some information they have given. Equation of plane perpendicular to line, one line they have given, this is line, they have given some line, and passing through the point 2, 3, 4 is. So some given information, what are they asking? Equation of the plane, perpendicular to some line they have given, and passing through the point, they have given one point also. So try to recall one synopsis point, equation of plane. So equation of plane is given by r dot n is equal to a dot n vector. Equation of plane, synopsis I am writing with green pen. Equation of plane is given by r vector dot, where this n vector is normal vector, and this a is point, this is point. So they are interested in equation of plane. Equation of plane is given by where r is some arbitrary vector x, y, z, x I cap y, z. So if you open the book and if you see theorem, you will be able to relate this question with the theorem. So let me write this like this. R vector, let me write n vector. What is n vector? N perpendicular to the line, that means they are talking about this. This is I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. Direction we got a point is 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then n vector is again same, I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. So generally this is for n vector and this point is for a vector. So the story goes like this. R vector is, what is R vector? R vector is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. You open synopsis related to this in an NCERT book and you try to read that theorem, you add that to memory and solve some problems. If you want much detailed explanation about this, just add some comment to this video. I will help you there. So r vector xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, and then I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap is equal to, now you go for multiplying 2 plus 3 to the 6, 4 3 is 12. Next x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 2 plus 6 8 20. So is there any such option? X plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 20 plus 3z is equal to 20. D is the answer. D is the answer. Moving on to next question. The line is parallel to the plane. They have given one line. Is parallel to the plane. Is parallel to which plane? Is parallel to which plane? So for this, parallel to the plane. Now direction ratios of this line are, the line is parallel to plane. They have drawn one plane. What is that plane? We don't know. Is parallel. The line, this line is this, and it has 3, 4, 5 as direction ratios. 3, 4, 5 are the direction ratios. Is parallel to the plane. Now there is one plane. So it is very obvious that it will have one normal vector also. It will have one normal vector. Now what is that plane? So if I 3, 4, 5. Now this is one vector, this is one vector. 3, 4, 5 is direction ratios for this. Now try to recall the condition for two vectors to be perpendicular. So for that, a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 equal to 0. Then we will get, if that condition is satisfied, then that will be. So if I mark this as a1 b1 c1, if I take first option 2 3 4 as a2 b2 c2. If I go for a1 a2, 3 2s are 6 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2, 4 5s are 20. This is not equal to 0, so first option is eliminated. Next, if I go for 3 4 5, 3 3 4 4 4 4 plus 5 5, not equal to 0, so second option is also eliminated. Next, 2 1 2 1 minus 2. If I take this 2 1 minus 2, and if I go for multiplying this 3 4 5, 2 3s are 6 plus 4 minus 10 is equal to 0. So this plane, if I take direction ratios of this plane, and if I direction ratios of plane means that is the direction ratios of this normal vector. These are the direction ratios of this. So if I am multiplying, I am getting 2 plus 1, 2 is equal to 0. Moving on to next question. The angle between diagonals of a cube is. So the question is, angle between two diagonals of a cube is. Angle between two diagonals of a cube is. So some things we should be knowing. Let me consider one cube. It will have many vertices. So if I consider one vertex as O, I will mark this as 0 0 0. I am marking this as 0 0. Let me consider one more vertex G as A comma A comma A. Let me consider one more vertex. Let me consider few more vertex A 0 0 and 0 A A. Now what are we supposed to do? The angle between two diagonals of a cube is. So let me find OG vector. If I am talking about OG is one diagonal. So for OG vector we will get A comma A comma A, and for AD vector A, AD 0 minus A is minus A. Now they are talking about angle between. What are they talking? They are interested in angle between. They want angle. So whenever we want angle, generally one formula we know, cos theta is equal to A dot B by magnitude of A, magnitude of B. Now two vectors we know, two diagonals we know, these are two diagonals. So with the help of these two diagonals and using this formula we can find a dot b a og, this can be written as og dot ad by magnitude of og ad. og for og vector og dot ad, if I multiply this and this na, I will get minus a square plus a square plus a square divided by og. For og, if I take magnitude of og, root of a square plus a square plus a square, 3a square, and then this ad 3a square, so this and this will get cancelled. A square divided by 3a square. So which implies, from here I am writing here since space is not there, cos theta is equal to 1 by 3, which implies theta is equal to cos inverse of 1 by 3. Is there any such option? Cos A is the answer. Moving on to next question. Lines x minus 2 by 1 and are coplanar if they have given two lines, line 1 and line 2. Two lines are given. They are coplanar. They are what? Coplanar. What are they? Are coplanar. They are coplanar. They have only given us this also. They are coplanar. Line 1 and line 2 are coplanar. If so, what is the question? If some k values they have given, so they are interested. They are asking us to find k value. If you find k value, then that will be considered. Now try to recall the condition for coplanarity. Two lines are coplanar. Coplanar if two lines are coplanar if scalar triple product of direction ratios of first one, second one, and AB direction ratio of AB is equal to 0. Two lines are coplanar, that means two lines are lying in same plane. If direction ratios of first line, second line, and AB is equal to 0, what is this AB I will tell, but this synopsis you should be knowing. Scalar triple product of this is 0. Now if I go to lines are coplanar if this is the case, so lines are coplanar if 1 1 minus k 2 1, two lines are coplanar if d1 d2 ab is 0. Now try to recall whenever the lines, generally this we call this as a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 and c2, these are direction ratios, and this x1 y1 z1. For this, how I am writing, why I am writing a1 b1 c1, so you should practice all the theorems. Theorems are very important. All the theorems you should aid in your mind, and also you should be able to recall it is based on which concept, so then only you will be able to solve. So that's why generally theorems are studied, so that whenever any problem comes you will be able to relate. Are coplanar if now the condition is like this: 0 direction ratios of first one, if I write 1 1 minus k, and direction ratios of second k 2 1. Also AB, for AB is equal to x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1. x2 minus x1 is 1 minus 2 is minus 1, y2 minus y1 4 minus 3 is 1, z2 minus z1 5 minus 4 is 1. So we have to place AB in place of AB minus 1 1 1. Now we have to solve this determinant, and then whatever is the value of that will be the answer. Minus 1 1 plus 2k minus 1 1 plus k square 1 plus k square plus 1 plus 1, and then 2 minus k 2 minus k is equal to 0. So minus 1 minus 2k minus 1 minus k square plus 2 minus k is equal to 0. If I simplify this equation, minus 1 2, positive 2 negative 2 get cancelled, minus 3k is equal to k square, which implies minus k is equal to which implies k is equal to 0 or k is equal to minus 3 k. So these are the two options. So k is equal to 0 or k is equal to minus 3. So k is equal to 0 is available in the options. So as per the availability, we have to mark k is equal to 0. Anyways, in CET they will not ask multi-correct. So k is equal to 0 or k is equal to minus 3. What if k is equal to minus 3 is also given and k is equal to 0 is also given in the exam? What will you do? You just mark anyone, then that question will be considered as grace. Anyways, you will get marks. So moving on to next question. They have given some information. Let a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to a vector in the plane of a and b whose projection on c is this. So what is the question? Let a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to vector in the plane of a and b whose projection on c is this. So what are they asking? They are asking to find vector in the plane of a and b. So they are talking about vector in the plane of a and b. Generally, vector in the plane of a and b is given by r is equal to a plus lambda b. Now what is r? R is a. In place of a, I 2j plus k plus lambda. B is I cap minus j cap plus whose projection. So try to recall the formula for projection. R dot C projection is given by R dot C by C, means you are projecting this, whose projection on C is 1 root 3. Now if you take magnitude of this, you are going to get 1 by root 3. This is the given thing. So given a projection of whose projection on A. So I am assuming that projection of A and B in the plane means R dot C. We are projecting this R vector on C. So projection on A is 1 by root 3. This is the given information. So with the given data, R is equal to, let me copy this and paste, I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap plus lambda I cap minus j cap plus k cap. A plus lambda b dot c. Dot c means, now you write c vector. What is that c vector? I j minus k is equal to 1 by root 3 is equal to 1 by root 3, and projection of c is also 1 by root 3. This and this get cancelled here. One modulus is there, one modulus is there. So let me erase few things so that it will be easier for me to simplify, or else I can simplify it here also. Let me write here in the numerator at the top 1 plus lambda I. This is 1 plus lambda I 2 minus lambda j plus 1 plus lambda k cap is equal to plus lambda dot, still dot is there. Let me remove this. I plus j minus k, I plus j minus k is equal to 1. So whenever you are removing this modulus, we will get plus or minus 1. So let me remove few things from here. Now we have to multiply this 1 plus lambda. So for that, let me write 1 plus lambda. This 1 plus lambda and I plus 2 minus lambda plus 1 plus lambda minus 1 is equal to plus or minus 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. Positive lambda, negative lambda we can cancel. So 1 plus 2, sorry. And let me remove this, let me simplify it properly. So if I simplify properly, 1 plus lambda plus 2 minus lambda plus 1, not plus 1, minus 1 minus lambda is equal to plus or minus 1. Now positive 1 negative 1 cancelled, positive lambda negative lambda cancel, 2 minus lambda is equal to plus or minus 1. So 2 minus lambda is equal to 1 or 2 minus lambda is equal to minus 1. That means lambda is equal to 1 or lambda is equal to 3. Lambda is equal to 1 or lambda is equal to 3. Now lambda is equal to 1, if I keep in R, if I keep lambda is equal to 1 here, then I'll get 2. And what about this 1 and lambda if I keep here 2? Is there any such option 2 1 2? There is no option 2 1 2. If I take lambda is equal to 3 and I will place here 1 plus 3 4, 1 plus 3 4, lambda is equal to 3, if I place 2 minus 3 is minus 1, lambda is equal to 3, if I place 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 minus 1 4, 4 minus 1 4. So answer for this is B. B is the answer. Next, moving on to next question. The equation of line passing through the point and parallel to the, so some information they have given. Equation of line passing through point, equation of line passing through the point 2 3 1 and parallel to the equation of line passing through and parallel to the line of intersection of this and this is equation of line passing through one point they have given and parallel to the line of intersection of this and this. So what are they asking? Equation of line. They are interested in equation of line. They are asking us to find this. Now how to find this? See here equation of line. Generally equation of line, also all these are in Cartesian form. So equation of line is given by x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c. So x1 equation of line passing through the point, one point they have given. What is that point? x1 y1 and z1. Equation of line passing through this point, equation of line passing through point and parallel to the line of intersection. So try to recall this concept, equation of line, if one point is given generally and parallel to the. Now whenever they are talking about parallel to means from here we will get direction ratios. Now how to find direction ratios? Try to recall in 10th standard, if two equations are given, y z plus 5 equal to 0, x plus y plus 3z is equal to 6. Try to recall in 10th standard. In 10th standard we used to solve two equations using cross multiplication method and then we used to find x y z values. So here I will write x minus 6 plus 1 is equal to y divided by 3 plus 1 is equal to z divided by, also you have to write 1 minus z divided by 1 plus 2. We used to do something like this to solve two equations. We used to do this drama. Try to recall that drama. X divided by minus 5 is equal to y divided by minus 4 is equal to z divided by 3. This type of things we used to do, and then from there we will get minus 5, minus 4, 3 as direction ratios. Also apart from that, now x minus x1, y1, z1 they are already given. So equation of line is x minus x1. In place of x1 I will write 2 divided by, here we are getting minus 5, y minus y1. In place of y1, what is y1? y1 is 3 by minus 4 is equal to z minus z1. What is z1? z1 is 1 by a is 3. So is there any such options? x minus 2 by 5, y minus 3 by 4, z minus 1 by 3, x minus 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. In everywhere we are having 2, 3, 1. So in all options 2, 3, 1 is there. Minus 5, minus 4, 3. Minus 5, minus 4, 3. Is 2y minus 4. A is the answer. Minus 5, minus 4, 3. So A is the answer. Try to go through the synopsis. These are all previous year questions. So very important synopsis. And the foot of perpendicular drawn from origin to the plane is. So the question is, what are they asking? They are asking foot of perpendicular. This is the question. Foot of perpendicular drawn from where they have drawn, from origin to the plane is. Now what are they asking? Once again I will represent it. Once I will represent it visually. Foot of perpendicular drawn from origin foot of perpendicular, they are talking about this, drawn from origin to the plane, this 2x minus 3y plus 4z is equal to 29. I hope you might have understood what they are asking. Foot of perpendicular, which is the foot of perpendicular? This, let me mark this as A, let me mark this as P. So foot of perpendicular means, what are they asking? They are asking what is this P, coordinates of P drawn from origin to the plane. This is the plane. So how to approach this? Now that foot of perpendicular is lying on this plane. So if I try to substitute any one of this, 2 minus 3 plus 4, that means that point has to satisfy this. So if I am substituting here, I will check whether we are getting answer 4 plus 9 plus 16. 16 plus 4, 20, 29 is equal to 29. So 29 is equal to 29 means 9 is equal to, so we can consider 2 minus 3, 4. Now, if I in exam generally I will mark and I will move, but if you want to go for another option, whether it is correct or not, you can go 2 5 is 10 minus 3 minus 2 plus 4 3 equal to 29. So 10 plus 6 plus 12 equal to 29. Is it possible? This is 28 equal to 29, not possible. So eliminate this. Answer is 2 minus 3, 4. Anyways, using method also we can solve. If you want me to solve using method, generally in exam we will find the shortest method, which will save less time, which requires less time. So generally we go for substitution. If you want me to solve using method, I am ready to just add one comment. Next, moving on to next, the vector equation of the plane. So what are they asking in this question? The vector equation of plane. They are asking to find vector equation of plane which is at a distance. Some information they have given, which is at a distance. Distance is the, which is at a distance from origin, and normal from origin is this. Normal from. So d value they have given, d value is 3 by root 14. And origin, normal from origin means n vector also they have given 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. The vector equation of plane. Now try to recall vector equation of a plane. Vector equation of plane. Vector equation of plane which is at a distance of plane is given by r dot n cap is equal to d. Try to recall this. One derivation is there, go through that derivation and you should be able to recall. The moment you see this question, you should be able to recall this synopsis. So r vector is, what is that r vector? The vector equation of plane. R vector in place of r, let me write r only. R dot n cap. N cap means 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap divided by is equal to d. In place of d, let me write this root 14. To make this n cap, we have to write 491. If I cancel this and this, so we are left with, this is the vector equation of plane. R dot 2i plus 3j plus k. So is there any such options? is equal to 3. First option is like this, but there is some mistake in the option, so you correct that. It should be like this, 2i plus 3j plus k cap. So A is the answer. Moving on to next question. Find the coordinates of foot of perpendicular drawn from origin to the line. Find the coordinates of, what is the question? Find the coordinates. We have to find the coordinates of perpendicular drawn from origin to the plane, one plane. So they are asking to find the coordinates of foot of perpendicular. Let me draw the diagram for this. After drawing diagram, we'll get. Find the coordinates of foot of perpendicular plane. They have considered one plane, this plane. Find the coordinates of foot of perpendicular P. Let me say this. Drawn from origin. They are drawing from origin 0, 0, 0 to the plane this. So find the coordinates of foot of perpendicular means they are talking about this. This point P is lying on this plane. So generally, if I am one student and if I am going to exam, then I will go for option verification. Although we can go for normal method also, but it will take lot of time. Again, we need to recall the concept, all those things, why all those things in exam time. 5y plus 8 is equal to 0. So 5y. Now if I go for first option, 5 minus 18 by 5 plus 8 equal to 0. Is it possible? Not possible. That means A is wrong. Next 5, 8 by 5. 8 by 5 plus 8 is equal to 0. 5 gets cancelled, not possible. Next 5, 8 by 25 plus 8 is equal to 0. Is it possible? 5, not possible. So we are left with only one option, D option. Ultimately this has to be right. Or in exam hall I will not check blindly, I will mark this. But if you want now, for now you check 0 if you place, there is no point. Minus 8 by 5 if you place 5 again, minus 8 plus 8 is 0. So answer is D. Moving on to next question. The distance of the point from the line. So what are they asking? They are asking distance of the point from one line. They have given one point and one line also they have given. So distance of the point. How to solve this distance of the point? Let me draw the diagram. There is one point. What is that point? Minus 2, 4, minus 5. Distance of the point from line. One line they have considered. What is that line? X plus 3 by 3 is equal to y minus 4 by 5 is equal to z plus 8 by 6. Distance of the point from the line. So they are talking about this distance. Distance of the point from the line is. What is this distance they are asking? Now how to approach this problem? See here. Let me mark this as A. Let me mark this as some point P. Now let me equate this to lambda. So x is 3 lambda minus 3. Y is 5 lambda plus 4. Z is 6 lambda minus 8. 3 lambda. Why is this? So P point is 3 lambda minus 3, 5 lambda plus 4 and Z 6 lambda minus 8. What I am doing, they have given equation that I am equating to lambda. So x will be 3 lambda minus 3, y is equal to 5 lambda plus 4, z is equal to 6 lambda minus 8. That x, y, z means any point on this line. So P will be in this form. Now the reason why I am doing this, you go through this because distance of a point from line, this concept, this topic is very important. Multiple questions are there. So now one concept we know. What is that concept? If I talk about direction ratios of AP. What are the direction ratios of AP? This minus this. 3 lambda minus this minus this we have to do. try to recall how to find if 2 points A1, A x1 y1 z1, B x2 y2 z2, they are given direction ratios x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus. To find direction ratios in note point in NCERT book they have given. So go through NCERT book. If 2 points are there, how to find direction ratios. Next, 5 lambda plus 4 minus 4. So 5 lambda, 6 lambda minus 8 plus 5, 6 lambda, 6 lambda minus 3, minus 3, minus 3 plus minus 8 plus 5 is, okay, fine. Direction ratios of AP is this. Now, what about direction ratios of line? Direction ratios of line. Try to recall straight line, this line concept. This denominator indicates direction ratios. So 3, 5, 6. Now, one concept should come to your mind. What is that concept? If two lines are perpendicular, then A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 is equal to 0. Two lines are perpendicular. Two lines are perpendicular. Then this is the condition. This condition in one of my previous videos I already discussed. This is very important. Again and again we have to discuss this. You should be knowing. Now, if I mark this as A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. If I mark this as A1, this as B1, this as C1, this as A2, B2 and C2. And if I substitute in that, then I am going to get A1, A2, B1, B2. 3 lambda minus 1, 3 plus 5, 5 lambda plus 6, 6 lambda minus 3 is equal to 0. So 3 lambda, 3 3 is a 9 lambda minus 3 plus 5 5 is a 25 lambda plus 6 6 is a 36 lambda minus 6 3 is a 18 is equal to 0. Now, if from here if I find 9 lambda, 25 lambda, 70 lambda, let me remove few things to simplify this, or else after simplifying this, shall I remove few things or shall I write here? I am writing here because anyways again that might also be 9 lambda, 25 lambda, 36 lambda. This is equal to 70 lambda, and then minus 3, minus 18, minus 21. If I transpose to other side, it becomes plus 21. 21 can be written as 7 into 3, and this can be written as, so lambda is equal to 3 by 10. Now, P point is this, 3 lambda minus. Let me remove all this. If you want to make a note of this, make a note of this, or if you want to take screenshot, you take screenshot. It is up to you. Lambda value is this. I am removing these few things from here. So lambda value is this. So let me write P. 3 lambda value is 3 by 10, minus 3 comma 5, 3 by 10, plus 4 comma 6, 3 by 10 minus 8. Next, for P, 9 by 10, just simplification, nothing much creative. 5 1s are 5 2s are 3 plus 8 by 2. Next, for this if I write 3, for this if I write 5, 3 3s are 9 minus 40 by 5. So P can be written as 9 minus 30. 9 minus 30 is minus 21 by 10, comma 11 by 2, and that is minus 31 by 5. Minus, check all the numbers whether they are correct or not. P value I am getting 9 minus 30 by 10, minus 21 by 10, 3 plus 8 by 2, okay, 9 minus 40 by 5, and by 11 by 2, okay, all this is fine. So if any calculation mistake, addition subtraction might be mistake, apart from there will not be any mistake. Concept is this only. Next, let me erase few things. What things I will erase? Let me erase all this. So finally we got P we got this, A we got this. So AP is equal to if I mark this as x1 y1 z1, if I mark this as x2 y2 z2, so under root of AP is equal to under root of x2 minus x1. x2 is minus 21 by 10 minus x1 is 2 square plus y2 is 11 by 2. 11 by 2 minus 4 square plus z2 is minus 31 by 5, 31 by 5 plus 5 square. So next AP is equal to root of 21 plus 20 is minus 1 by 10 square plus 11 minus 8 is 3 by 2 square plus 31 plus 25 by 5 square. So AB is equal to P is equal to 1 by 100 plus 9 by 4 plus 6 by 636 by 5 square is 25. So further, if I go for further simplification, let me remove the things. Now if I take LCM, AP is equal to under root of, here LCM is 100, so I have to multiply this with 4 and this with 25. Now this becomes 1 plus 225 plus 144. This is equal to under root of 370 divided by 100. So 0 and 0, if I cancel, root 37 by 10. C is the answer. Moving on to next question. The perpendicular distance of the point from xy plane is. Very easy question. Just based on synopsis only, based on theory knowledge only, we have to solve this. The perpendicular distance of point from xy plane. They have given some point. Perpendicular distance of this point from xy plane is. Now in xy plane, so in xy plane, let me draw xy plane. In xy plane, we are having some x values, some y values, and z value is for sure 0. In xy plane, this is the perpendicular distance of this point. One point is there, 6, 7, 8. They are talking about perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance means 6, 7 and 0. Now if you take distance formula, you will get answer as 8. 8 is the answer. Or else directly also we can see here, using distance formula, directly we can do x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1 square is 0 square, 0 square, and this is root of. So perpendicular distance is 8. Very easy question. If such question comes na, just within seconds, within 10 seconds or within 5, only marking time it will take. So such questions nobody should leave. Moving on to next question. The plane makes an angle of sine inverse. So some information they have given. The plane, there is one plane, makes an angle of sine inverse alpha with x-axis. The value of alpha is equal to. So what are they asking? The value of alpha is equal to. They want value of alpha value there. The plane makes angle sine alpha with x. So try to recall synopsis. Angle between line and plane. Angle between line and plane is sine theta is equal to a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2 by root of a1 square, b1 square, c of a2 square, b2 square, c2 square. This synopsis point you should be knowing. Now also few more things you should be able to recall at this point of time. That is, a1 is this, b1 is this, c1 is this, makes an angle with x-axis. For x-axis, a2, b2, c2, direction ratios will be 1, 0, 0. Now sine theta, here that angle is sine alpha, that is equal to a1, a2 if you multiply, b1, b2, c1, c2 by root of a1 square 4, 9, 36 by root of this is 1, so this is equal to 2 by 7. Now alpha is equal to sine inverse of 2 by 7. So what are they asking? The value of alpha is equal to angle is sine inverse 2 by 7. Makes an angle. What is this angle? Angle they have given as sine inverse alpha. Sine inverse alpha is equal to this sine inverse of 2 by 7. That means alpha is equal to 2 by 7. C is the answer. Moving on to next question. The reflection of the point alpha, beta, gamma in xy plane is. So the question is, they want reflection of the point, of which point alpha, beta, gamma, of alpha, beta, gamma in xy plane is. So alpha, beta, gamma, answer is alpha, beta minus gamma. Alpha, beta minus gamma. You should know this, you should understand this, own understanding. How much ever it is possible, I will explain from my point, from my side. Let me consider xy plane. XY plane I have considered. Point is alpha, beta and gamma. Now about this they are reflecting. After reflecting, this will be alpha, beta only, and that will become negative gamma. Because if you observe here we are moving only in one direction, and we are moving in z direction only. Whenever we are moving in z direction, only z coordinate changes, remaining remains same only. X and y remain same, alpha, beta, and this becomes negative. So alpha, beta minus gamma. So if you have solved some problems related to reflection of point in straight lines, then it is extended version. Here also it is very easy to understand. They are talking about reflection in xy plane. They have considered reflection means, if you observe this point, the reflected point will be here. Very obvious, common sense. So this point will be here. Here we are moving in alpha, beta, only we are moving in one direction, so only one coordinate. In which direction we are moving? Z direction. We are minus gamma is the answer. Next, moving on to next question. The image of the point 163 in the line x by 1, they are talking about, what are they asking? They are asking image of the point. Image of the point, this is the question. Image of the point, which point? 163 in line. So they are asking us to find image of the point 163 in the line, this line. Now, one concept you should be able to remember at this point of time, image of the point. There is one point here, and there is one line here. This point is x1, y1, z1. This point is x1, y1, z1. Line is whatever this line, let me mark this as line L. Image of the point in line is given by x minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c is equal to minus 2 ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square plus c square. Image of the point 163 in the line is. This concept you can use, or else we are having one more concept. What is that concept? Foot of perpendicular you have to find. How to find foot of perpendicular? You assume. So there is one more method also. Using this also you can solve, or else one more method is also there. What is that one more method? Let me erase all ink on slide and let me. What is the question? Image of the point. They are talking about image of the point 163 in the line. They are talking about image 163 in the line. This one line they have given. They are asking to find image of the point 163 in the line. How to find image of the point in the line? Now let me consider given question. X by 1 is equal to y minus 1 by 2 is equal to z minus 2 by 3 is equal to lambda. So x is equal to lambda, y is equal to 2 lambda plus 1, z is equal to 3 lambda plus 2. So if I name this as A and if I name this as P, any point P will be in the form of lambda, 2 lambda plus 1 and 3 lambda plus 2. So now if I go for direction ratios of AP, in one of my previous question we have already discussed how to find lambda minus 1, that we have to do, and then 2 lambda minus 5, 2 lambda minus 5, and 3 lambda plus 2 minus 3 is 3 lambda minus 1. What about direction ratio of line? Direction ratios of line is 1, 2, 3. Now these two lines are perpendicular, so if I take dot product, lambda minus 1 plus 2 lambda minus 5 plus 3, 3 lambda minus 1 is equal to 0. A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Just now one problem we have done. That's same concept, lambda minus 1 plus 2 to the... Now from here if I try to find lambda is 14 lambda is equal to 14, which implies lambda is equal to 1. If lambda is 1, if I place here, this P point becomes lambda is 1, 2 lambda is 2 plus 1, 3, 3 lambda is 3 plus 2, 5. So let me remove all these things from here. Now if I want this x, y, z, what I'll do? I will write x plus 1 by 2 is equal to 1, y plus 6 by 2 is equal to 3, z plus 3 by 2 is equal to 5. So x plus 1 is 2, y plus 6 is 6, z plus 3 is 10. So if I simplify this, x is 1, y is 0, z is 7. 107. Is there any such option? 107 is the option. I hope you might have understood. It is very easy question. The image of the point, one point they have given in the line, they have given this line, so you equate this to lambda, so you will get xyz values. Xyz means any point lying on that line will be in this form. Now the direction ratios of this AP, you find direction ratios. How to find AP? X2 minus x1 y2 y1. You will get direction ratios. In previous slide I have written all AP direction ratios, you know, and this line direction ratios A1 A2, you use that condition, you will get lambda value. After getting lambda value, you substitute here. The moment you substitute, you will get this point. If this point is known, this P is midpoint. This P is midpoint of this point and this point. So you use midpoint formula. What is midpoint formula? This coordinate plus this coordinate by 2 is equal to this. This coordinate plus this coordinate by 2 is equal to this. So this coordinate plus this coordinate is equal to this. So and then you keep solving, you will get the answer. Very easy question, just time consuming. The angle between the lines. The angle between lines, they have given two lines, and what are they asking? They are asking to find angle between the lines. Now whenever angle between lines they have given angle between lines, try to recall angle between lines formula is given by cos theta is equal to a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 by root of a1 square b1 square c1 square root of a2 square b2 square c2 square. Angle between the lines, this is, what is the angle between this line? Now let me consider that given line 2x minus 3y. Rather than writing that 2x, let me write this as x as 1 by 2 is equal to y as 1 by 3 is equal to z by minus 1 and x divided by 1 by 6 y by minus 1 is equal to z by 1 by 4. Same equation, only I am writing like this. Now a1 b1 c1 you already know. This is a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a2 b2 c2. Angle between them is given by cos theta. So cos theta is equal to a1 a2 b1 b1 b2 c1 c2 minus 1 by 4 by under root of all those things you solve. So this is 1 by 2l and this is minus 1 by 3 and this is plus 1 by 4. Now the moment you solve this you will get 0. So cos theta, and anyway 0 divided by anything is 0. So cos theta is equal to 0, which implies theta is equal to 90 degrees. So is there any such option? Theta is equal to 90 degrees. C is the answer. I hope everybody knows how to solve, simplify this. Only simplification part, only addition subtraction, that to just LCM and subtraction addition, that you have to do. If anybody doesn't know that, you can add one comment. I will solve it there. I will explain you. The value of K. Next question. Next question is the value of K. They are asking this. K is equal to what? Such that line lies on the plane. Some information, given information. Line, there is one line lies on the plane. It is lying on the plane. The value of K they want. Now, see here. Line is lying on the plane. There is one plane and there is one line. There is one plane, there is one. Such that the value of K, such that line lies on the plane. Now for that line, let me consider that line. X minus 4 by 1 is equal to y minus 2 by 1 is equal to z minus k by 2 is equal to lambda. So x is equal to 4 lambda, y is equal to lambda plus 2, z is equal to 2 lambda plus k. 2 lambda plus k. If I equate this to lambda, this becomes lambda plus not 4 lambda, lambda plus 4, my bad. And y is equal to lambda plus 2, z is equal to 2 lambda plus k. Lies on the plane. So these are the points on the line, and this point on the line, let me consider, that will also lie on plane. So this has to satisfy equation of plane also. Once again, core concept, logic. What is the logic? See here, this point xyz I found, means I am finding one point on the line. Let me say that point is somewhere here, that point on line. That point on that line is passing through that plane. That line is, that means that point also has to satisfy equation of plane. So if I substitute here, this becomes 2 lambda plus 4 minus 4 lambda plus 2 plus z 2 lambda plus k is equal to 7. The value of k, such that a line lies on the plane. Next, if I try to simplify this, here there are two unknowns and one equation. Let me simplify this. What will happen? We'll see. 2 lambda plus 8 minus 4 lambda minus 8 plus 2 lambda plus k is equal to 7. So plus 8 minus 4 lambda minus 8 plus 2 lambda plus k. So anything gets cancelled. 2 lambda, positive, negative, this will get cancelled. Positive 8, negative 8 gets cancelled. So we are left with k is equal to 7. So is there any such answer? D is the answer. Moving on to next. Very easy question. See here, what we have to do, the value of k. They are asking to such that this line lies on the plane. That means there is one plane, in that one line is passing, lies on the line, passes on the. I am considering one point on line. Any point on the line will be in this form. That will also satisfy equation of plane. So this point I am substituting in this plane, and then finally I am simplifying. I will get some value of k. That's it. Moving on to next question. The locus represented by, they are asking the locus represented by, what is this? They have given some plane xy plus yz is equal to 0 is. So what is the question here? The locus, if I take y common from these two equations, I am left with x plus z is equal to 0. The locus represented by this, what is this representing? Pair of perpendicular lines, pair of parallel lines, pair of parallel planes, pair of perpendicular planes. So whether it is planes, lines, perpendicular, parallel, what type of it is. So that given equation only I am taking y common, x plus z, I am left with is equal to 0. which implies, what does this imply? This imply y is equal to 0, or this is x plus z is equal to 0, or this is equal to 0. Now x is equal to 0 means, what are the direction cosines of this? Direction cosines of this are 1, sorry, 0, 1, 0. Direction cosines or direction ratios of this is 0, 1, 0. Next, for this direction ratios are 1, 0, 1. Direction ratios for this is, now if I take cos theta is equal to 0, 0, 0, by whatever it is 0. Cos theta is equal to 0. This implies theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree. What this means? What? 0, 1, 0. Cos theta is equal to 0 means these are representing pair of parallel planes. Pair of parallel planes. Pair of parallel planes. Cos theta is equal to 0. Sorry, one small mistake. Cos theta is equal to 0. Eraser. Theta is equal to 90 degrees. Theta is equal to 90 degrees. Here cos theta is equal to 90 degrees. So theta is equal to 90 degrees means pair of perpendicular planes. This is pair of perpendicular planes. Cos theta is equal to 0. When is 0? Theta is equal to 90 degrees. So pair of perpendicular planes. Moving on to next question. The foot of perpendicular drawn from to the plane is. What are they asking? They are asking to find foot of perpendicular drawn from point. One point they have given, from point to the plane is. So if I draw the diagram, things will be clear. The foot of drawn from point. One point is there, 1, 3, 4. One plane is also there, 2x minus y, 2x minus y, 2x minus y plus z plus 3 is equal to 0. Foot of perpendicular drawn from point to the plane. They are talking about foot of perpendicular. What are they talking? They are talking about foot of perpendicular drawn from point to plane. So if I name this as A, if I name this as P, foot of perpendicular, what are they asking? Foot of perpendicular drawn from point to the plane is. So they are asking this, how to solve this problem. Whenever foot of perpendicular they are asking to the plane, one plane they have drawn, 2x minus y plus z plus 3 is equal to 0. Let me go through the formula. If I name this as A, B, C, to find, there is one formula, try to recall that formula. X minus x1 by A is equal to y minus y1 by B is equal to z minus z1 by C is equal to minus ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 minus d plus d by a square plus b square plus c square. Try to recall this synopsis point. Try to recall this synopsis point. X minus x1 na? So if I mark this as x1 y1 z1, if I mark this as, this will be x minus x1 is 1 by a is 2, y minus y1 is 3 by b is minus 1, z minus z1 is 4 divided by c is z1 by c is 1 is equal to a square plus b square plus c square, 4 plus 1 plus 1 minus ax1 So in this we have to substitute all this. So this becomes 2, x1 is 1 plus b is 3 and minus 1 plus c z1, c is 1, z1 is 4 plus d is plus. Now this equation we have to solve and then we'll get some x, y, z value. So for that let me erase few things, or else here only if I simplify, positive 3 and negative 3 get cancelled, minus 2 plus 4, negative 6 by positive 6, we are left with x minus 1 by 2 is equal to y minus 3 by minus 1 is equal to z minus 4 is equal to minus 6 by 6 is minus 1. That means x is equal to minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1, y is equal to 1 plus 3 is 4, z is equal to 1 plus 4 is 3, minus 1 4 3 is the answer. So the synopsis is this. This is the synopsis, very important synopsis. There are so many problems based on this x minus x1 and all these things. Just go through this. If you know this formula, this problem you can solve it easily. Moving on to next, the acute angle between line and plane is. So what are they asking? Acute angle. They are asking acute angle between what? One between line and plane. They have given one plane. Acute angle between line and plane is. So try to recall the formula. Acute angle between line and plane is, acute angle between line and plane is sin theta is equal to a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2 by root of a1 square 1 b1 c1 root of a2 square b2 square c2 square. Acute angle between this line and this plane is. So they are talking about acute angle between line and plane is. Now we know few things from the synopsis. Try to recall the synopsis. For this you mark this as a1 b1 and c1 and this as c1. Also this you mark this as a2 b2 and this as c2. So to start solving this, acute angle between this is sin theta is equal to a1 a2. a1 is this is a1 a1 is 2, a2 is 3 2 3, b1 is minus 1, b2 is minus 4, c1 is 1, c2 is minus 1 by root of a1 square b1 square c1 square. a1 square is 4 1 1, root of a2 square is 9 16 25. So sin theta is equal to so if I solve this, 6 plus 4 10 minus 1 9 by root of 6 root 20 root 50. Root 50 can be written as 5 root 2. So sin theta can be written as 9 by root 3 root 2 and then 5 root 2, or else this can be written as 9 by root of if you multiply everything, what you will get, 6 to the 12, 6 2 is 12. 12 into 25. 25 12, I think it will be 300. Once you check, sine theta is equal to 9 by, I hope there is no calculation error, 16, a2 square b2 square 9, 16. Array, there is some calculation error by mistake. I have written this error. What is this? Here it should be 1 1. So root 6 and root 26. A2 square is 9, 16, 9, 26, root 26. So this is 26 into 6, 26 6 are 6 6 are 36, 3 carry 6 2 are 156. So this is 156. 9 by root of 156. Now, if you go through the options, they are not given in terms of sine of 9 by root 156. It is not readily available. So, we have to transform this to cos. So, let me erase this thing. Cos theta is equal to sine theta is equal to 9 by root 56 means if I mark this as theta, this is perpendicular and this is 156. Now if I take root of 156 plus 80, 87, 156, 81, 7, 237, 237. So let me name this as 156 minus 81 or else 156 81 5 75 of 75. So sine theta is equal to not root, this should be 75. So cos theta is equal to base root 75 by root of 156. So is there any such option? Cos inverse of root 75 by root 1. So further if I simplify cos theta, this can be written as root 15 or root 5, root 3, root 5, root 3, root 15, 15 5 5 root 3, or you can write this as 5 root 3. 5 root 3 and denominator root 156 can be written as 13 into 12, 13 into 12. So root 13, 12 can be written as 2 root 3. So if I cancel 2 root 3, 5 by 2 root 13, B is the answer, 5 by 2 root 13. It was easy problem only, just sine theta. Only simplification, it will take time. If you are not good in simplification, it will take time. If you are expert, then you can save time there also. Next, the distance of the point 1 2 1 from the line is. So the question is, what are they asking? They are asking to find distance of the point. Distance of the point. From one point they have given, what is that point from this line is. So how to find distance between point and line? Let me consider that line as x minus 1. This x minus 1 by 2 is equal to y minus 2 by 1 is equal to z minus 3 by 2 is equal to lambda. X is equal to 2 lambda plus 1, y is equal to lambda plus 2, z is equal to 2 lambda plus 3. The distance of the point 1 to 1, 1 to 1 from the line, from that line is. So if I draw the diagram, maybe things will be clear. One point they have considered 1, 2, 1, and one line they have considered. Let me mark this as A and let me mark some point P. And that line for which x we got this as, so this point will be 2 lambda plus 1 and lambda plus 2 and then 2 lambda plus 3. Let me remove off this. Now, in one of our previous problems, we have already did such type. The distance of the point from this line is, so if I now direction ratios of line is this. Direction ratio of AP, direction ratio of AP is 2 lambda, lambda plus 2 lambda, 2 lambda plus 3 minus 1, 2 lambda plus 2, 3 minus 1 is 2. So direction ratio of line, direction ratio of AP, we got this. Also, now you try to recall, these two lines are perpendicular, that means cos will be 0. So 2 lambda plus 2 lambda plus 2 lambda plus 2 is equal to 0. 2 lambda 6 lambda plus 2 is equal to 0. So 6 lambda is equal to minus 2, lambda is equal to minus 1 by 3. Now is equal to 1. If I substitute this P point becomes, where is this P point? P becomes 2 lambda. 2 lambda is 2 by 3 plus 1. Lambda is minus 1 by 3 plus 2. 2 lambda is minus 2 by 3 plus 3. So P point becomes, if I simplify this, minus 2 plus 3 is 1 by 3. Next, minus 1 plus 6, 5 by 3. Minus 2 plus 9 is 7 by 3. So P point is minus 2 plus 3, 3, 1. So I hope all this is correct. Moving on to, let me remove some things. Direction ratios, all this, just space constraint because of space. P 1 by 3, 5 by 3, 7 by 3. Now AP, for AP if I use distance formula, root of 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3 square plus 2 minus 5 by 3, 2 minus 5 by 3 square plus 1 minus 7 by 3, 1 minus 7 by 3 square. So AP is equal to root of 4 by 9 plus 6 minus 5 is 1 by 3 square plus 3 minus 7 is minus 4 by 3 square. So AP is equal to, if I take LCM, this will get 3 under root of 3. In the numerator, 4 plus 1 minus 4 square becomes plus 4 square plus 16. So 4 plus 16 plus 5, root 21 by 3. Is there any such option, root 21, the distance of the point from the line, root 21 by 3? I hope all the calculation, everything is correct. There is no mathematical error. 16 plus 1. For this 21 we can write this as root 7, root 3 and root 3 and root 3. So root 7 by 3. Is there any such option? Root 7 by 3 is also not there. So root 7 by 3. There is no such option like this. So let me go through this problem and I will give answer in next. I think there is some mathematical error or option might be wrong. I will clarify. If anybody wants answer, just add one comment. In comment also I will respond, and also in next video, if it is possible, I will make. Moving on to next question. The xy plane divides the line joining. So what is the question? In the ratio xy plane divides line joining the points in the ratio. What is the question? XY plane. There is one plane. xy plane divides the line joining the points A 2 3 minus 5, B is 1 point minus 1 minus 2. In the ratio there is one point, xy plane divides the line joining the points 2 3 minus 5b in the ratio, let me assume that point it is been divided in k is to 1 ratio. Now we already know section formula. Xy plane means z coordinate is 0. Z coordinate, if I take z coordinate, and z1, if I mark this as z2, x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2, so k z2 plus m z2 plus n z1 by m plus n, so this is equal to this 0. Only z coordinate I have considered. N is z1 is minus 5, n is 1, so m plus n means k plus 1, if I transpose negative 3k is equal to 5. If I am just simplifying that equation, nothing creative, so k is equal to minus 5 by 3, 5 by 3, that means 5 is to 3 externally, so 5 is to 3 externally is the answer. We just have to use section formula. What is section formula? For straight lines you have already studied in 10th standard, same, only extended version. I am assuming k is to 1, and then we already know that z coordinate is 0 in for xy plane, z coordinate is 0, so mx2 plus n, mz2 plus nz1 by m plus n, k plus 1, all that I have simplified. And that since it is negative means what? Externally. If it is positive, then it is internally. Moving on to next question. The sine of angle between the plane is, so what are they asking? The sine of angle between, they are asking sine of angle between the straight line. They are asking sine of angle between the straight line x minus 2 and the plane is. So what is the formula? Sine of angle is sine theta is equal to what? Sine of angle between A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 by root of A1 square, B1 square, C1 square, root of A2 square, B2 square, C2 square. Now what are they asking? They are asking to find sine of angle. Now from this is A1, this is, if I make this plus, the reason why I am making this plus, if I take minus common, this becomes B1 C1, and A2 B2, and this one is C2. So sine theta, sine of angle is sine of angle, sine theta, A1 A2 is 3 2 is 6, B1 B2 is 4 minus 2 plus 5 C2 is 1 by under root of 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, under root of 4 1. So 6 minus 8 plus 5 by root of 4 3. This is 3, 8 9 3. Now what about this? Under root of 25 50. So 6 minus 8 is minus 2. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 minus 8 is 3. 3 by 5 root 2. 5 3 is 15. Let me write 5 root 2 and 3 here as it is. 3 and 3 if I cancel, I am left with 1 by 5 root 2. There is no such ready-made option. So let me multiply with root 2 and let me multiply with root 2. This becomes root 2 by 5 2s are 10. Is there any such option? C is the answer. Moving on to next question. If a line makes angle pi by 3 with each of xy, then acute angle made by z axis is. Very easy question. So if you go through the question, if a line makes angle pi by 3 with each of, x and y axis. So alpha is equal to beta is equal to pi by 3. The angle made by z axis. What are they asking? They are asking gamma. Now one relation we are already aware. What is that relation? Try to recall this relation. Very easy, very famous. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Cos square gamma is equal to 1. Now cos pi by 3, you place all these values. Cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 2 square plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. So 1 by 2 is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is cos square gamma. If you transpose all this to other, you will get 1 minus 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 2. Cos gamma is equal to under root. So gamma is equal to pi by 4. D is the answer. Moving on to next question. The distance of the point from the line. So what are they asking? They are asking to find distance. They are asking to find distance of point of what? Of point from line. So they are talking about distance of point. What is that point? 1, 2, minus 4 from line. Line is x minus 3 by 2 equal to y minus 3 by 2 is equal to z plus 5 by 6. Distance, they are asking to find this. Distance of this point from this line is. What is the distance of this point from this line? So for that, what I'll do, I will go for this. See this, you observe this question multiple times in this session only. This based on this concept we are getting multiple times, means very important concept. So you should practice this at any cost. Now this I will equate to lambda. So x is equal to 2 lambda plus 3, y is equal to 2 lambda plus 3. This is 3. Some mistake I have done. This is 3. So this is 3 lambda plus 3. 3 lambda plus 3. Z plus 5 by 6 is z is equal to 6 lambda minus 5. Z is equal to 6 lambda minus 5. Now this point, if I mark some arbitrary point, say P, 2 lambda plus 3, 3 lambda plus 3 and 6 lambda minus 5. Now if I talk about direction ratios of line. First let me write line. Line is 2, 3, 6. Direction ratios of line is. Now direction ratio of, if I mark this as A, direction ratio of AP is 2 lambda plus 2. How to find direction ratios I already explained. 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 lambda plus 1. Next 3 lambda plus 1. Next 6 lambda minus 5 minus. So this becomes 6 lambda minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1. So 6 lambda minus 1. Again go for same concept. This line and this are perpendicular. So you multiply this and equate it to 0. A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. So 2 lambda plus 2. 2 lambda plus 2. You multiply with this 3 lambda plus 1. 3 plus 6 lambda minus 1. 6 is equal to 0. Now if I multiply this 4 lambda plus 4. 3 lambda 9 lambda plus 3 plus 36 lambda minus 6 is equal to 0. Now 4 lambda 9 lambda 49 lambda, I think it should be 49 lambda. See here, 49 lambda and then 4 3 7 minus 6 is 1 equal to 0. 1 minute, let me check whether everything is going correct or not. So 49 lambda is equal to minus 1, which implies lambda is equal to minus 1 by 49. Lambda is equal to minus 1 by 49. Now you place this lambda in P, and then you will get P, and then use distance formula. Finally you will get the answer. I think the answer should be root of 293 by 7. Just substitution part I am leaving it to you. If you want explanation for that also, you ask me in comment section. I will explain that also. Next, moving on to next question. The point 1 minus 3 4. This is direct question. For direct question we can't do anything. The point -314 lies in which this octant? Fourth octant. So introduction to three-dimensional geometry, first PUC, those 8 quadrants, all that you have to memorize, because as per the customs of maths and the traditions of maths, we are having some plus 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 minus minus, all those signs you have to remove. So this is fourth. Explanation we can't give, it is like that only. Next, moving on to next question. If the vectors 2 minus 3, some information they have given, they are asking to find the value of 2 minus 3 4 3 and lambda are coplanar, then the value of lambda is, what is the value of lambda? They are asking to find this. If the vectors 2 minus 3 4, so just take the coefficients of 2 minus these vectors and equate that to 0. This is the condition for coplanarity. 2 1 minus 1 lambda minus 1 2 is equal to 0 are coplanar, then the value of lambda is, so 2 minus 1 plus 3 4 plus lambda plus 4 is equal to 0 plus 4 minus 2 minus lambda is equal to 0. So if I simplify, 2 1 plus 3 4s are 12 plus 3 lambda minus 8 minus 4 lambda is equal to 0. Next, 2 plus 14 minus 8 is 6 minus lambda is equal to 0, which implies lambda is equal to 6. So D is the answer. So in this question we are supposed to use the condition for coplanarity. Whenever condition for coplanarity is there, you just write the coefficient of I, J, K and that determinant is equal to 0. You equate this, because if A, B, C are said to be coplanar if their scalar triple product is 0. So scalar triple product means we have to solve in this way. Finally the answer is 6. What are they asking? The equation of line joining the points. 2 points they have given. The equation of line joining. Try to recall the equation of line. Equation of line is x minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c. Equation of line joining the points. So if I find a, b, c from here, a, b, c, x2 minus x1 1 minus 4 minus 2 minus 4 minus 6. How to find a? This is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. This is x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, a, b, c. So z2 minus z1 is 7 minus 11. 7 minus 11 is minus 4. A, B, C we got. Now you take x minus x1, x plus 3, y minus 4 is equal to z minus 11 by z minus 7 by x2 minus x1 is 4 minus 6 minus 4. So is there any such option? X plus 3, y minus 4, z minus 11. So plus 4 has been eliminated. Plus 3 minus 4 z minus 11. Now among these three, b is minus 6. If I take 2 common from all these, this can be written as 2 minus 3 minus 2. Is there any such option like this? 2 minus 3 minus 2 we are having. 2 minus 3. So 2 3 4, that means this is also eliminated. We are left with 2 minus 2 3 2. So they both are having same sign. So this will be the answer, because if I cancel off, now this will indicate direction ratios. You need to have a lot of practice to understand this problem, in the sense with the taking of equations, how to take. So B is the answer. Next, moving on to next question. The angle between the lines whose direction cosines are. This is direct question. So cos theta is equal to, once let me write a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2 by root of a1 square, b1 square, c1 square, root of a2 square, b2 square, c2 square. What are the direction cosines? So A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, B2, C2. The angle between the lines, the angle between whose direction cosines are. So cos theta is equal to, I have to multiply this, root 3 by 4, root 3 by 4, 3 by 16. B1, B2, 1 by 16, 1 by 16. C1, C2 minus 3 by 4 by root of see here, if I square this, if I square this, if I square this, if I square this, so square root gets cancelled. I am left with 3 by 16 and here 1 by 16 and 3 by 4. I am left with this 3 by 4. Now if I simplify this, let me multiply 4, let me multiply 4. 4 minus 12 by 16 divided by, if I multiply 4, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 12 by 16. 16 and 16 will get cancelled. Here we are left with minus 8 by 4 plus 12 is minus 1 by 2. So cos theta is minus 1 by 2. In fact, synopsis, if you try to recall, this will be like this, which implies theta is equal to pi by theta is equal to 60 degrees. 60 degrees means pi by 3. C is the answer. Moving on to next question. If a plane meets the coordinate axis at A, B, C in such a way that centroid of triangle is at the point, then the equation of plane is. So what are they asking? If a plane meets the coordinate axis, equation of plane, they are talking about equation of plane. Also some data they have given. If a plane meets the coordinate axis at A, B and C in such a way that centroid of the triangle is at the point. Now centroid of the triangle is at the point 1, 2, 3. So centroid, they have given centroid is at 1, 2, 3. Generally centroid is given by A by 3, B by 3, C by 3. This you take as synopsis point. Take this. Centroid is given by A by 3, B by 3, C by 3. Now from this you calculate A is equal to 3, B is equal to 6, C is equal to 9. C is equal to 3 3 is 9, A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to this much we got. Now what are they asking? They are asking to find centroid. Now equation of plane is given by x by A plus y by B plus z by C equal to 1. This is one more synopsis point. This is first synopsis point. This is second synopsis for this question. So if I find x by 3, y by 6, z by C, z by 9 is equal to 1. Is there any such option? 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. A is the answer. Sorry, B is the answer. Moving on to next question. Thank you very much. If you find this video interesting, like, subscribe and share. Remaining things we will discuss in the next video.